Most aspiring lead guitarists begin their quest for fretboard mastery by learning scale patterns, played straight up and down in linear fashion. While that's important for hand coordination and finger dexterity, it can make for a pretty dull solo. Hi, I'm Marcus Henderson, and in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to use scale sequences to improve your chops and to add excitement and variety to your solos. So what is a scale sequence? Simply defined, it's a series of notes played in a specific numerical or intervallic pattern. For example, you can create scale sequences using 3, 4, 5, or even 6-note patterns. Or you can create a scale sequence using thirds or fourths intervals. We're going to do both. To start, let's take a look at the numerical sequence using the box shape of the B minor pentatonic scale. This sequence uses a 3-note pattern, which produces a hemiola, or 3 against 2 effect. To really drive this feel home, accent the first note in each group of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's that last sequence in descending fashion. Be sure to play all of the sequences presented in this lesson in ascending and descending directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next pentatonic sequence, also in B minor, uses a 6-note pattern with each pattern starting on the next higher string. 1, 2, 3, 4. That particular pattern, when played fast in descending fashion, is a favorite phrasing tool of guitarists Eric Johnson, Zakk Wylde, and Joe Bonamassa. But they typically add a pinch harmonic played an octave above the last note of the sequence, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. As with all of the sequences in this lesson, be sure to use alternate picking for smooth execution. Here's that last lick again, played slowly, but be sure to accent the first note of each sequence of 6. The same principles used to sequence pentatonic scales also apply to 7-note major and minor scales. For example, here's a descending triplet bass sequence set in E minor. This kind of sequence was a particular favorite of Metallica's Kirk Hammett. 1, 2, 3, 4. Descending 4-note sequences were especially popular with 80s shred guitarists like Yngwie Malmsteen, Vinnie Moore, and Paul Gilbert. Be sure to accent the first note of each 4-note sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4. When employing this type of sequence in a solo, avoid using the entire scale, as it'll sound too much like an exercise.